of 10, they can just solely then focus on 10's games after that. But we'll have to see. I believe they should be starting or in the game. Oh, they are in the game now. Yeah, so let's get straight into this one. So I'll give it a second to click this, just so I don't want it to bug out or anything. Okay. And hopefully the cards should be coming around soon.
So we've got the control area back from 10.
Yep, so pretty nice start here in the way of Flame Imp, Abusive Sergeant, Voidwalker for Pie Cherry. Flame Imp's the best one drop you can essentially start with.
This game just seems to come down to do you have Spite and War Axe, and 10 has both these cards, so pretty huge.
Okay, so I see the cards refreshing themselves now. I had a bit of a technical error there with the clients. But Coin, Fire, War Axe turns out it's pretty good to have that.
That's Crip would say.
Exactly. I love imitating that, you know. It's just such... Why wouldn't you say... Whoa, okay. And I've had the Dark Peddler bug, so I'm going to have to back out of this one. Just
I also got that bug. What are the odds of that happening?
I don't know. What are the odds of that? You can figure this one out. You're a clever guy. You like maths, BoarControl. I'll leave that one to you. 100% of the time, it happens every time.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get back into this one. Alright, so we see the Armor Smith come down here, which is really nice for 10. Of course, he wants to be seen this. When you play in the Control Warrior, from the Control Warrior's perspective against Zoo, you want the Fire Axe, you want the Death Spot, you want the Brawl, you want the Armor Smith, and he has those.
Yeah. He always just push the Zoo's board, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I could completely agree. Now, do you like the Ruby Egg Flame Imp here? Because of course Flame Imp doesn't die to just Armor Smith, he would have to have another weapon, which we know he has a Death Spite, but he doesn't have another Fire War Axe. And the chances of him having another one are obviously quite slim with there being 24 cards left.
It's a bit awkward, and the egg, you find it's often hard to pop the egg against the warrior.
Yeah. I completely
Since
understand.
most of Warrior's minions are 1-on-1 attack till turn 5 or 6.
I mean, of course, you can say that. I actually want to say, from the Warrior's perspective, I actually think the Warrior may have this game. I mean, you have a 4, 5, 6, 7 in your hand right now, but not only that, it's what those 4, 5, 6, 7 are. So the Death Spite is perfect combined with a Brawl, because I don't see the Warlock having any minion with more than 4 health anytime soon, unless you can
get all these. There.
Yeah.
The setup, but that hit is like a 2-turn setup for the Death Spite after Brawl.
Exactly.
To potentially kill the Flame Imp at 1 HP. Quite an interesting play. I think you played the Void.
You should do to protect the dog.
Yeah, but should you have played Abusive?
No, but interestingly,
I think it was a mistake not to have played it.
I don't know necessarily what this is playing around actually by playing the Flame instead of it next to the Taunts.
If you play the Abusive there, you can potentially play Sea Giant next turn if none of the minions were removed. Also,
that is true.
That Voidwalker was a bit weak,
I wasn't sure if perhaps that was the correct play here. I know, of course, this now plays around the Death Spite, because if he hits the dog, it will summon a 4/4. However, this Imp Gang boss probably would not have been the best choice, because as soon as you hit it, I mean, you do still then have a 2/1 and then a 5/4 with the buff of the Direwolf Alpha, so that's still then 7 damage on your next turn. So this is actually really tough.
I think you can play this on the left of the Direwolf.
Yeah.
You want it's going to be the one that's going to want to be hit by the Warrior, so you're going to want it to be next to the Direwolf so it gets the extra damage in. You just go face everything and play the in-game boss. Wonder why you'd play Abusive here. Dice.
It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but perhaps
it's something we're not seeing.
Yeah, perhaps Pocho just really thinks that this Imp Gang boss is going to be very staple in this matchup. I haven't played a lot of this kind of variant of Warlock with Sea Giants against a Control Warrior.
Yeah.
Pycherry must know there's a brawl coming up, and of course he's trying to make it as awkward for 10 as possible. Now, do you not just brawl first, because then if the egg lives, you don't have to attack anyway. Yeah, see, this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And then, of course, all the one health minions will then just die. So yeah, so this is this is the play. Now this is a huge swing for 10 here. And
wow. We see a potential Doom Guard pickup here. This could be a lot of damage coming in.
yeah. So Shield Maiden I think is pretty nice as well here. Next turn we're still not going to see a Sea Giant, so Pycherry's not going to be too happy about this because of course Sea Giant is extremely strong.
Powerful Webbing Void Terror again here. We could just see a Juggler PO Void Terror. I like that.
Yeah. Do you still have
shield slams? And
you can't tap, I suppose, if you do that way as well, because I guess in a way you do want to keep tapping. Do you want to be ahead in cards? You want to be the one trying to dictate this game as much as you can, even being this far behind again.
The longer the game goes, the less likely you are to win, so it's a bit tight enough, really.
Yeah, that is true. Now, I place this on the right-hand side if you only want to absorb the 6-8 rather than the 1-1 as well. Because if you trade this in now, you're going to have to give it the 1-1 as well. Unless of course Pycherry wants to give up the 1-1 as well, which is fine. But I just like having that extra minion once you've seen a brawl, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so, and also it's going to get executed or shield slammed or BGH, so the extra 1-1's a useful body to have, especially with PO in hand.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Okay, but we'll...
Imagine we see BGH shield slam armor smith or something.
That shield slam is going to do a lot of work as well. Sea Giant will get played next turn. However, that will literally...
Like, too little, too late.
Yeah.
Wait, actually.
Although no, because Barongeddon doesn't clear it. It lives on 1 HP, so that's...
Yeah.
And you've just seen a BGH and a shield slam, so I guess... Yeah, so I guess that's fine. Unless, of course, 10 manages to finally get a bit more RNG and actually get an answer. And that's a pretty nice answer. Yeah, that is a pretty nice answer.
Like the control Craigasm here.
Yeah.
Armor Smith behind the Belch is what you always want to see. And it's almost like, there's quite a lot of damage being pushed on to the Walk's face, so...
Yeah, that is true. I think we definitely start to see some kind of do
implosion the Dark Iron, no, the BGH.
Yeah, I like that a lot actually. Because that way it just makes it awkward for the warrior to deal again with the Sea Giant, unless of course there is an execute or something picked up. It's definitely going to kill the 4-2, and then you can follow up with perhaps a Nerubian. Wow.
Yeah, you play the egg here, right?
Yeah, definitely play the egg in case of like another brawl or something like that. It just...
Barongeddon, it's worth to play the Creeper against Barongeddon.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, this Fierce Monkey's going to be useful here. But I think you have to play Boom.
Yeah, Boom and Hero Power looks really strong right now. You've got a lot of health, so I don't think you're necessarily too worried about this damage on board. You could still trade though, however, to just gain the armor. Like I don't see what. There's no downside to gaining 2 extra armor, is there? So there's Doomguard.
So you can PO Creeper Doomguard now.
Yeah.
I guess you PO the egg if you're gonna PO something.
PO in the egg is really strong. Is there anything else?
Yeah, I guess you have to trade for Dr. Boom because you're HP.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. There's if only there was one more extra. Oh wait, that imp that we were on about earlier. If there was another imp still in play, along with the egg, would that be enough to just kill the Dr. Boom with imps and an egg with a Doomguard?
No.
You sure?
You'd need another imp, wouldn't you? Like another one.
Oh well, that's a lot of value. Absorbing that Boombot and then taking out the Dr. Doom. But
Surely you PO the egg first, because then if the boombot hits it, it doesn't pop. You're going to PO the egg assist. And surely you're POing the egg right. PO Hornet Creeper Doomguard is your play. But you actually don't want the egg to be popped. You want it PO'd.
Yeah, I guess I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too keen on the ordering there. You gonna see a tap?
Yeah.
Surely we have to see a tap.
Sorry, I thought you said attack. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, I meant tap.
Yeah, I mean we do see a cruel taskmaster in hand. So of course, if even with boombot shenanigans as well, if you were to see a Gromash played and then enraged, that would of course be lethal there, because that'd actually
But
be
you
10
die
plus.
anyway to Grom, aren't you?
Yeah, you are. So I don't think you can afford to play it. So this is a winning play.
Can't
Yeah,
play it,
that's right. Yeah.
I think you have to tap, and hopefully you draw like Argus and Doomguard or something. That'd be really strong.
Yeah.
The minion placement here, I'm not sure if you want to taunt up the Creeper necessarily.
I think I really like Ysera here. I mean, you're looking at 10 damage here, but with the armor gains, of course, you're going to be at 21 if you trade there. But no, okay, so just the armor smith one. Nightmare. That's a pretty strong card, actually.
Tap here. Could be one card deeper now and potentially get another Doomguard, which could win you the game. Or the Defender of Argus, which would also be great.
So many possibilities.
Yeah, I mean that's it. I think you, again, like you were saying, you think you have to do this.
Right.
So that void caller is a pretty sad void caller because it's just a 3/4 pretty much.
We have to go face now. I think. Does the armor smith gain back the HP? Has successfully hasn't played around Nightmare. Yeah, it's GG's now because the Nightmare will win the game.
Yeah. So, Nightmare plus Cruel Taskmaster is a lot of
Lots
damage.
of damage.
So that's 11 damage. Just 11 damage as Ysera.
Yeah, plus he could play Armageddon as well.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm talking about just the Ysera. I mean, this Ysera. Look at this Ysera.
Wow.
You know, it's a pretty strong Ysera.
We're doing some plays with Nightmare. Such an interesting card because you can say play a taunt and then Nightmare it, and then like it's really awkward for your opponent to deal with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. No, it is really awkward. So that's going to be another game for RUZ Gaming here. So that's actually going to be 4 wins for them now against Mtown's 3. So it's going to be 4-3 to RUZ Gaming right now.
Yep.
As an update. Of course, there is 10-minute delay. So I'll let you guys know in chat. Because if I type the result now, of course, it's a bit of a spoiler alert. So yeah, 10-minute delay. But currently 4-3. So most of these games are underway. Just to fill you guys in with the remaining classes left to be played. So for Mtown we've got Donny Darno playing Mage. We've got Pie Cherry on Warlock. We've got SGS Crytek on Paladin. Then for RUZ Gaming we've got 10 on Shaman, Gook Boy on Mage, and that is it actually. Because then of course Arnige has completed and won with Warlock and Paladin. So yeah.
Yep.
Starting to look more definitely to more I'd say RUZ's favour. I mean that aggro Shaman is strong against a lot of classes really.
It's strong against it just basically it's just like drawing that Doomhammer. That's all you want in every matchup. And if you can get it,
Yeah.
you can kill anyone.
Exactly. So that one's a bit of a coin flip in that sense, but there is still a lot of there's still a lot of things to consider in that matchup as well. But yeah, getting the Doomhammer is a big chunk of the battle already. So
Do we know who we're seeing in this game?
let's have a look. So it's going to be Pie Cherry against 10, I believe. Oh wait, is that
Again.
Yes, it's going to be Pie Cherry against 10 again. So
And again. Right.
yep. So we're just going to get the old friends list bit ready in case. Oh no, sorry. Apologies. I was just reading an old one. So it's going to be 10 against Donny Darno. Sorry. Okay. So it's going to be the mage from Donidano against Ten's shaman. He's aggro shaman.
And we haven't seen this mage yet, so it could be put or freeze. What would you rather pick against shaman? Probably freeze mage.
Perhaps yes. I mean, this is really tough because, and the only reason why, if you run counterspell in tempo mage, that can be pretty huge. If played correctly. I mean, I know there's a lot of cheap spells, like even Earthshock, for example, which is only a 1 mana spell, so you can easily get rid of a counterspell which is a 3 mana spell, or unless you sit Mad Scientist. The freeze mage can struggle against the ice barrier if you just want to use spells to get through it. But let's see. So, it's Mech Mage.
Mech Mage?
Mech Mage.
What year is this? This is 2014.
It's a new deck. Wow, this is a really nice start from 10 as well. I really like this hand.
My friends list is so bugged, it says I have 202 friends online when the limit's 200.
Wow. So, nice.
But something's up there. Right, yeah.
Alright, so the guys are obviously... I think Donny Donna was having to think that, alright, I like that mulligan. That is a very strong mulligan as well.
Yeah.
So, of course, here, Cogmaster looks nice. I mean, that even makes...
so good on turn 1.
Yeah. You could counter this now, actually, with Leponome. So I like this Leponome here, because it then means if the Mech Warper's played...
What do you think that term got them? Kill Mech Warper.
Oh, that's... Yeah. No, that's true. And then... I mean, you can't then play a 2-drop next turn, but you would kill it, yeah. So I actually think that's also...
But your hand's only got 1 drop, hasn't it? So...
Yeah, true. So yeah, I like that as well. That's a really strong plan.
Annoyatron, but that's about it.
Yeah, or even Frostbolt can be annoying, just even if he just freezes it and then hits your face, you know. So next turn
what's more annoying, Annoyatron or Frostbolt?
Probably Annoyatron.
Yeah, Annoyatron's always the most annoying. But there we see the Mech Warper. Great play there for 10.
Yeah. So 10's gonna be
Leponome because you're worried about another mech. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You'd love to play Tunnelchog to combo with Fellspit, but you just can't, unfortunately.
So next turn, this Tunnel Trog's also missing out, of course, a bit of overload value here, which doesn't necessarily mean it's always the end. I mean, I still like perhaps playing Feral Spirit next turn because Mech Mage does trouble with AoE. It does struggle to actually do anything with AoE, essentially, is what I should say. But both players playing very precise, very kind of... They understand what certain things can be tough to deal with. So I'm liking these plays so far. They're not taking too long, but yeah, I would definitely. I mean, I don't know about yourself. Would you play Feral Spirit or?
You can't do it on 4 because you want to Doomhammer on 5, so you have to do the Spirit. Yeah. Do you trade?
No, I wouldn't. I'd go face.
Is this potentially like a Frostbolt ping turn?
Even if it is Frostbolt ping, he still can't get through. Like he can Frostbolt a 2/3, and then he'd have to then. Like either ping your 2/1 or
ping the Feral Spirit, makes
sense. So and then it also means you can't play Shredder. So I just like going face here just to kind of start putting pressure back on again.
Yeah.
But this is also what I was saying about this kind of matchup rather than the freeze mage. You know, the tempo mage can keep up to speed because they're both trying to just outpace each other like constantly.
What a great lava shock.
That's pretty nice, yeah.
Yeah, develop both the 1-drops and to go with the Doomhammer. What would you lava shock? You could bother killing the Shredder at all? Or you just kill the Mana Worm and go face? I like killing the Mana Worm and going face, yeah. Like, I imagine the Mech Mage doesn't have much AoE. This is only bad again. Oh, actually, Goblin Blast Mage is a possibility, isn't it? Yeah,
so Goblin Blast Mage is a possibility. Then that's pretty much their only AoE for Mech Mage.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen any Mech Mages run a Flame Strike because it's so slow and like you're all about getting on the board, which so I really like this play. Yeah, I think this is a really good play.
People who run Flame Strike and Tempo Mage and Mech Mage, they're just there to just troll me on ladder, and I'm like, they won't want Flame Strike, and it just appears at the top. And I'm like, what? My patrons.
Yeah. Rip patrons.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to get used to that with standard format anyway. But that's it. But look at this, the Doomhammer Dream next turn. And then you get to buff the Tunnel Trog, of course, to make it a 3/3 because of the overload. So this Tunnel Trog's finally going to see some overload value, which is what you want when you have a Tunnel Trog as well.
Yeah, and with the Rock Bite combo, that's already, it's going to be 14 damage from the Doomhammer, and then you've got 4 damage from the Leper Gnomes. So I can't see any way the mage can come back in this game.
No, and I actually do agree with you on this one. I mean, you can go for Gorilla Bot here and try and get some crazy kind of... Yeah, like an A-Bomb or something can actually do quite a lot of work.
I don't think A-Bomb's a mech. Annoyatron and Arcane Nullifier are both taunt.
Oh, apologies, yeah, it's a mech, not Death Rattle. Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah. A bit of a brain fart there. So yeah, we're going to see the Doomhammer here. Of course, taking 1 damage is... Yeah, there's no downside to trading in face here for 2 damage. But yeah, this...
Full face makes sense. Don't want to lose the Doomsay or something silly.
Yeah, again, it's forcing... You know, it's making Donadano have the answers by doing these plays, which is what you need to do as an aggro showman. You need to be making the opponent have those plays rather than, you know, you play into certain plays.
Yeah. So what could be good here? Maybe a Blue Gold Warrior. And maybe a Vitality Totem.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Gorilla Bot because I feel like there could be some real potential with Discovery. I mean, Archmage isn't going to come out. You could actually Fireball, believe it or not, which might not even be that ridiculous, I don't think.
I think you trade first, see what happens, maybe.
But there's still a mech, and that's perfect. So this means Fireball now would not be so crazy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow. Unfortunately, 10's going to win anyway, but like you don't know this.
No, you don't. And is he not going to? Okay, so he's not interesting. He's not going to ping.
I think he wants to freeze a potential minion as well, like a Term Golem.
Now, of course, you do definitely just hit face here with everything.
Do you like the golden snow choke animation there compared to the standard?
Oh yeah, I didn't actually notice that.
It's quite nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But that is going to be game because, of course, this Leper Gnome is going to. There's an antique heal bot in there, but even then it won't be delayed enough.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You could have got antique heal bot from Gorilla Bot.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, yeah. Oh, trust me, I know these. I know these stupid plays.
Have you heard about what's happened with Gorilla Bot? In standard mode, it will have like a 40% chance to discover itself because there's no other mechs.
Oh wow, that's pretty interesting.
Like 5 mechs left.
Damn. Well, that's going to be 10 actually finishing off his two classes, sorry, as well. So yeah, really well played to him. So yeah, 5-3, and this is going to be match point for RUZ Gaming against Mtown.
So Goop Boy's Freeze Mage, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And Freeze Mage is strong against all of those classes. So it looks like RUZ are going to make it.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely looking towards RUZ Gaming here.
Mage is probably 60-40 against Mech Mage, Agapardin and Zeus, so yeah.
So I mean, Tempo Mage, however, isn't that actually meant to be strong against Mech Mage? I mean, sorry. Oh no, sorry, it's Mech Mage. Apologies. So Mech Mage isn't necessarily strong against Freeze Mage, right?
No, it's not. It's a bit. All these decks which rely on flooding the board with minions are just weak to Freeze Mage because Freeze Mage just has all the removal in the world for stuff on the board.
The only thing I was thinking, however, you do have Frostbolts and Fireballs. So on the one hand, you could say that the Frostbolts and Fireballs are great to just completely ignoring ice barriers and popping the block.
They're quite a good reach, yeah.
Yeah, so that's my only reasoning. I know that's why Tempo Mage used to be quite good, especially with Flame Wakers. You'd put the Flame Waker down, you'd throw a few Frostbolts and a Fireball, and before you know it, you've popped the ice block, and they're like, oh crap, what do we do, you know? So, of course, Mech Mage doesn't necessarily have that, but they do have, you know, still some more bursts, and especially with Archmage in the deck as well, which we did see Archmage in that Mech Mage.
Yeah, we did.
That gives you more reach if you can spam some spells off as well.
Yep, definitely.
So it's going to be just Gook Boy left now for RUZ Gaming. So of course they know who's going to be playing for them. We're just going to wait to hear from M-Town, see who's going to be representing M-Town. And of course,
It doesn't really matter at this stage. They all have to win. I don't
Yeah,
know if you value momentum in these matchups. Go with the best one first. Or you want to just get it over with and go with the worst one first.
I mean, arguably you kind of have a point with that one, but perhaps there's some reasoning for sticking with a certain class. I mean, we do have here Pie Cherry. Okay, so Pie Cherry is going to be playing next against Gook Boy, so we'll get ready for that one. Perhaps there is an element of morale here. I do think Zoo can struggle sometimes against Freeze Mage. However, again, it actually comes down to the egg and the AoE. So you see some Doomsayers, that's the turn you throw your eggs down, and then next turn you go, thank you very much, there's my 4/4s. You know, it's how you play into these certain kind of scenarios, really, more than anything.
Quite often you can end up playing the eggs, and then the Freeze Mage was like, oh, you're not pushing very much damage, I'll just leave you eggs on board then.
Yeah, exactly. So that's it. That's the counter argument. But here we go. So Gook Boy and Pie Cherry are in the game right now, so we're just going to spectate that game.